Hello, my loves. Welcome back to the Give Them Lala podcast. I feel like I didn't sleep last night because we're doing an episode like we used to do, but I'm not used to it. I'm like, wait, it's just me and T tomorrow? I'm kind of tripping.
Yeah, you freak out when it's just me and you. And
That's completely untrue. I get into a rhythm, and I was in a rhythm where it was just the two of us. And then anytime we would say, like, let's have a guest, I would tweak out over the fact we were having a guest. And now we've had so many back-to-backs, and I feel comfortable that it's about them.
Now you're worried about you.
I'm worried about a lot. It's a torture chamber in my mind recently, and I don't know what it is. I'm like, what is going on in the universe that I continue to wake up? Even being on my Let Me Sleep gummies, I still wake up. They used to, like, put me to bed, and I'm sure people will write in and be like, it's because you're used to them, or it's because they don't work.
No, okay, but now
beyond that,
I'll piggyback on that.
Okay.
Is something going on? Because I am waking up crazy hours.
There could be something in the universe that I'm not, like, I'm into astrology and, like, the science and stuff, but I don't pay attention to, exactly, I don't pay attention to things like that, although it does help tremendously when someone's like, it's because Mercury's in retrograde. I'm like, oh, that's exactly why I feel so much better.
I just needed something to blame it on so I can go, okay, I'm not out of sorts.
Yeah. We talked about this in the car.
Yeah.
Taking accountability, but admitting sometimes where you're like, I just want to blame someone.
Yeah. When someone, in little quotes, pisses you off, it's like, they're not pissing me off. The way I'm handling this is what's irritating me.
Right.
And what is irritating me is knowing what I want to say to them and not saying it. That's the other thing that gives me anxiety, because I'm like, I want to just say this, but I'm too nervous to say it.
Like, I don't want the smoke, so I'm just going to put it under the rug until the rug becomes too high and I explode and then ruin everything. That's kind of how I do things.
That's kind of how our family does things.
Really?
Yeah, but we're really good at dealing with it.
A therapist would have a heyday unpacking that.
Yeah, we sweep things under the rug. But then again, we sweep little things, and the little things still, by the end of the day, they evaporated. The dust hit water, evaporated.
What a therapist would have such a heyday with this convo. They'd be like, no, unhealthy. I know what you're referring to, though. Sometimes it's easier with mom to just accept her, and you don't want the fucking smoke, bro.
I learned it from my father.
Like, wise man.
Oh, just to let you know, yes, every day I'd get home from work, he'd just be sitting on the patio with his glass of wine. I'd grab one, and back then I'd grab one and have one, and he would just bitch and moan. And half the time he'd go, yeah, your mother's coming home. Don't know what fucking plan she made for me that I don't know about.
No.
And, immediately she would drive down the driveway.
Okay.
Get out of the car. Not even pull in the garage, because she can't ever. No matter where she lives, no garage can be pulled into. Easton, can you move my car? And she would just come walking in with her 8 purses of whatever the hell she's coming home with. We're going to dinner with the so-and-so's. He just look at me with his wine, just lift it a bit like a cheers, drink it, and go, I told you. And that was his night.
You know.
Just depression.
That's marriage.
Yeah.
That's marriage at its finest.
So, yeah, no, Dad taught me that I can put up with Mother.
Well, she's a real gem. Okay?
Mom is the greatest. That's why I tell people, and I probably said it on here, my mother is my mother, but my mother is also my best friend. And we've made very good, points on when I need my mother, when my mother needs her son, and when we can just be homies.
Totally.
Like when Mom calls me a little fucker, there's nothing better. Is there nothing better? I just got giddy thinking about it. Come here, little fucker. I'm like, Lisa.
I don't think anyone would picture Mom saying the F word.
Oh, when we're in friend mode and
we're in friend mode. Yeah. It's so fun.
Lisa.
Sometimes a little "see you next Tuesday" comes out, the actual word, and Mom will say, word. I'll say it to her, and she'll go, "Well, I learned from the best." I think when we do it in front of people who know us but not know us like that, they're like shocked
Yeah.
that I would say that to my mom.
I think you were at dance.
Oh no,
With-
did I drop it at dance?
No. You were at dance with Ocean, and I was with Mom. I think we were at Michael's
Okay.
creating bracelets, And I guess I was just swearing a lot on accident. Don't even remember. And Mom like is like just smiling, and she goes, "You're swearing a lot today."
She doesn't like it when we cuss on the podcast. She's like, she had a really serious conversation with me. Well, as serious as one could have with Lisa. She's like, it's just unbecoming. You guys have to stop. I'm like,
I think she's more upset about it because people are like, "Who raised them to?"
oh, it's more of a selfish, what will the neighbors think of me?
Yeah.
No, I always say parents can only do so much. And then after that, you're off to the races and what's done is done. And kids come how they are. Like, I constantly look at Ocean and I do think that and I've heard this from people. She is very wise, very emotionally intelligent for her age. And there's just something about her where I'm like, some people may say she's like that because that's how you're raising her. I think that God just made her this way, where she's very much a calming force already at the age of 4. The other day, I was driving to my eye appointment, and the last person, and we're not going to get into it, Easton, please. I don't want the back and forth of who was in the car last and who should have filled it up, right? So my mom bought this car because she wanted to zip around in it, right? She's done no zipping at all. She makes other people drive it for her while she's in the front seat.
No, all she did was add another vehicle for me to go wash.
Correct. Easton went to wash it while we were gone, and I'm driving to my eye appointment, and we're in this car because my car doesn't fit into the doctor's parking garage, whatever. I call Easton because I have to turn around halfway up Beverly Glen to go back down to get gas. And I'm furious. I'm like, this appointment is important, and I wish that you would have filled the car up. It becomes pointing fingers of whose fault it was. What was the point of this? Oh, Ocean. Ocean's in the back seat, and I'm obviously annoyed. And I start to cry. Mom tells me, don't cry. Like, it's okay. We'll be on time. Ocean says, it's okay for you to cry, Mom. You can cry if you need to cry. And she goes, but you need to remember to breathe. You need to smell the roses and blow out the candles. My 4-year-old is telling me this in the car. Which then causes me to stop even more. Because I'm like, who are you?
She says a lot of things where I'm just like, I feel like I've never said that. I don't think you've ever said that.
No.
Where did you get this from?
I know. And she's very into praying right now. I don't know where she saw this.
Yeah.
And like very into like God. And again, we're a spiritual family. I'm not preaching God in the household.
No.
But she grabs a pillow and she takes like anything that's like a stick and puts it in her hands and kneels on the pillow and prays. And I'm like, where is this coming from? And again, maybe we do things that we don't even realize. You know, your kids start doing things and you go, where did they get that? And then all of a sudden you go, what the hell? And you go, oh, I clocked it just now. And I didn't realize that I do that.
Yeah. It's like being so close to somebody that you never see them change. You're so close to yourself that you don't even realize what you're doing. Your mannerisms. It's almost second nature.
Right.
Muscle memory.
So my point in all of this is I like to think that if Ocean goes into the world and is not an incredible human, not my fault, nothing I can do. If she says fuck a little too often, that one is probably my fault.
But if she's great?
Well, look no further. Ta-da! Yes. I went to Palm Springs this weekend and I wanted to check on the house. Bro, it was 106 there. I don't know what I was thinking when I felt the pool, and it was nighttime, right? And I dipped my foot in, and I'm like, I'm just going to heat it a little bit. Dude, the next day, I planned to have an entire pool day. The app is lying to me. The app said it was only 89, and it could have been 89 and 106 heat. Like, probably... just the combination just feels hotter than it is.
Well, yeah, and you're getting out of like a hot pool into like your warm water into baking. It's
important to know the size of the pool because the pool here, I heat to like 90 and it feels fantastic. Little bit larger. By no means is it a big pool, but I really fucked up. It was so hot, and that was the day that we were just going to kick it by the pool, and I couldn't even get in. Mom was sitting in the water with the hose on her. Not good.
Oh, and that's Lisa's... That's her favorite place to be, is in a pool for 15 hours of the day.
She was totally cool with it, though. She was like, it's fine. What are you going to do?
It's fine with the hose on her head. It's fine. I'm cool.
And I had caught up on all the Housewives. Right now, OC is airing and Miami. It is top tier television. I'm telling you.
So I need
I don't think you appreciate the art of Housewives. So if you're not going to appreciate it, then you shouldn't watch it.
I feel like I've watched enough where I can probably appreciate it. The one show I actually do want to watch is Miami. The way that you and Mom have talked about it, that's the one that I do want to go watch.
I think at this point, they're only 4, maybe 5 episodes in. It was a hit from the jump. OC is, I think, I've seen 2 episodes. Maybe at this point there's 3. It is so fantastic. I took Jenna with us to Palm Springs, and we started watching the newest episode of OC and newest episode of Miami. And she kept trying to tell me stories during this, and I paused it, and I was like, here's the deal. What is happening right now on this television is jaw-dropping, top-tier, grade A television. We don't talk during Housewives about anything, okay? If you continue to talk, I will pause the television each time, and we're going to be here for 4 hours because I'm watching this episode now. So then I put on, she gets the drill. I put on one morning because I had caught up on Housewives. I was like, I've never seen Courtney and Chloe take Miami. So I started from season 1. There's only 3 seasons. And Jenna comes out thinking she can't talk. I'm like, no, this is just background noise. But it was so wild to see, first of all, the Kardashians back in the day, like trying to open Miami Dash.
I mean, you name it. All of those were wild.
And then, like, Chloe is hooking up or maybe trying to start something with Omarion from B2K. There was
wow, you just threw me back.
Do you remember Terrence J. Howard?
Yes.
I think he hosted he did host 106 in Park on BET.
Yeah.
He was on it. He and Chloe had a talk show, a radio show called Chloe After Dark. I'm like, this is so wild. Mom walks in, she goes, does she still have Chloe After Dark? I'm like, no, Mom.
Yeah, no.
No, she doesn't. Scott Storch made an appearance.
Scott.
It was crazy. And to see, like, there was a girl, Erica Mena.
When was this airing? Like, what was the air?
Oh, my
like,
God.
2000 and what?
I mean, I had to have been in high school.
So let's say 2006, 7?
I'm going to look it up. But 2009, so I was 19. There was a storyline. So Erica Mena, who's on Love and Hip Hop now, and she has been linked to, like, Bow Wow, and she had a baby with this guy, or maybe 2 or 3 babies with this guy, Safari, who is friends with Teresa Giudice because they did House of Villains together. But she's in it. She's one of the Dash dolls. And then the girl from Orange is the New Black comes in, and she's bisexual, and she plays kind of a, not love interest, but she's interested in Courtney, and they, like, go on dates, and Courtney has to break it to her that she's straight and doesn't want anything with this girl. And I'm like, these storylines, like, watching that and seeing how they catapulted into such fame, you would have to just say perfect timing. And obviously being able to have such a business mind that you can hustle the shit out of the opportunity. But just to weigh that show and then Housewives that was maybe airing at that time, I mean, Housewives, again, just so fucking good. And nothing, to me, nothing seems to be like a storyline. Like, it doesn't seem scripted. And maybe I'm too close to how the sausage is made. But just the difference in reality television at that time
to now
is fucking bonkers.
What is to you, what is the biggest difference that you see?
Well, I mean, when you're comparing a show like Keeping Up with the Kardashians or maybe Selling Sunset, which is on Netflix, which they've said is lightly scripted. Bravo has just conquered the art of getting women together who are pretty wealthy, but making their arguments like everyday arguments. You could be worth $100 million or you could have $1,000 to your name, and the arguments are so relatable and the same. Everyone can relate to the friend who is a little self-absorbed and 2 hours late. Whether you're rich or not that rich, that's a relatable topic, right?
Yeah. Or the one who can't leave their partner at home.
Exactly.
You know, husband or wife. It's like, I brought my wife, I brought my husband. It's like, why are you doing this?
Which is a whole nother
game plan.
Again, whether you're rich or not, that is relatable. The woman who can't leave her husband. It's like, we gotta leave the husband. It's a girl's trip. They're also reminding me that I don't have a husband. I don't like that.
But do you want one?
I go back and forth. And forth. You want a husband, and then you see the guy who gets outed at the Coldplay concert. And you're like, I don't want a husband.
No. Can we steer into that?
Of course we can steer into that.
You know, I'm always looking for ways to upgrade my closet without draining my bank account. That is exactly why I'm obsessed with Quince. Their pieces feel so luxe, but the price tag, total win. Let me tell you about the two pieces I've been living in: the white cashmere tee and the cropped square neck ribbed knit tank in white. The cashmere tee, it's lightweight, insanely soft, and it looks so polished with a blazer or even just jeans and heels. The cropped tank, it's the ultimate warm weather staple. I wear it all the time. It's super flattering, it holds its shape, and it just feels high-end. Quince makes it easy to build a summer wardrobe that actually lasts. Think washable silk, breezy linen, and soft cotton staples, all for about half the price of similar luxury brands. And they only work with ethical factories and use quality fabrics, which makes me feel even better about every piece I buy. Give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/Lala for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/Lala. Quince.com/Lala.
So, how many... I saw a funny meme, and it was like, Coldplay has made 3 singles that night, or 4 singles that night.
Okay.
Just... Very right.
There's
right
a lot of good memes.
There's a lot of good memes.
Yeah.
Did you see the guy's daughter?
Andy Byron, the CEO or CEO of
the man
astronomer.
Yeah.
Okay.
His daughter is like now posting TikToks like feeding into it. Like when your dad gets caught at like games and stuff. I'm like, you know what? Strike while the iron's hot, baby. Go get that money.
Here's the thing. Love all the memes. Love that Coldplay is milking this too, like giving people a heads up if you are cheating on your spouse or like you didn't put makeup on, like do it now because we will have a camera scanning the audience and we may land on you. Like everyone's having a heyday. I cannot help but think about the wife. And I don't mean to get dark and sappy because it was pretty fucking iconic, right? But this poor woman who like just thinks her husband's going out to a Coldplay concert. What's the worst that could happen? Coldplay.
We all know.
Although, didn't Chris Martin cheat on Gwyneth Paltrow with the nanny?
Yes. Like, Coldplay is known for making singles.
Let me tell you something, though. Chris Martin is hot. And he could sing Paradise to me all the live long day. However, this man... I so believe in karma. Like, I think that karma is alive and well. And, like, you will, not even karma, but just I guess the universe distributes karma, right? Quite frequently. What are the fucking chances? You go to this concert, you know that you've told your homies what's going on. They're not going to post anything. They've got your back when it's like, who went?
That's even dirtier.
Oh, no. The friends are always at fault as well. The friends are always at fault as well. Also pieces of shit. To have the kiss cam land on you? Out of all the people, how many people were at that concert, do you think?
A lot, but
well over 50,000.
Who's standing up and like that?
And it looked like they were in a suite. Of course you're getting hit with that. But a lot of people on TikTok were like, this is what I would have done. And it's like a choking one going around where they're like, hold her and pretend like she's choking. Just start beating the shit out of her. You know, like, huh, get it out.
Wow. Just a little too late.
Do you
too bad
see
they
the
don't
guy
have a time
behind
machine.
them like this? He's like this.
No, I need to go. I'm just so fixated on these two. I don't know what's going on.
I immediately went to the girl next to them, and she's like this, holding her face, beat red. Like, oh fuck, I'm
gonna
friends
get
with
in
his
trouble.
wife, and I've known about this the whole time. And then the guy behind like this.
I told their wives to. Like, here's the thing. Do you think they're having sex?
Who?
The two that got caught on the kiss cam.
Let me tell you something.
Do you think they're just little makeout buddies at work? Or how far do you think they took it?
I think drinking. I think they both probably drink. And I have always said this: when you're comfortable and add alcohol, your
mistakes are made.
But this looked like an emotional affair to me. And I saw this guy posting because, of course, like, my trauma comes into play. And beyond all the memes and all the shit that people are posting in the TikToks, this guy, Brennan Schlagbaum, CPA, his handle is @budgetdog_. And he talks about how, this is Andy Byron, whatever. And what this affair, here's how much an affair actually costs. Everyone's talking about the money, $25 million in potential divorce, $500K plus annual salary gone, $12 million estimated company stake at risk. Then he goes on to talk about Andy has 2 children with his wife. This is what the statistics are. If the affair leads to divorce, they'll be 2 times more likely to drop out of school. This is how it affects the children. 3 times more likely to experience violence/instability. 4 times more likely to suffer from mental illness. Then he goes on, not to mention, sons of divorce have a 35% higher divorce rate. Daughters have a 60% higher divorce rate. Says that your parents' marriage becomes the blueprint for your own. Do I believe that? Statistically, it probably is a higher percentage. I don't think it's a blanketed statement by any means. He said, I think about his daughter. Right now, she's learning that love is conditional, that promises can be broken, that dad chose someone else over mom. She'll carry that wound into every relationship she has. I think about his son. He just learned how men treat women, how they keep promises, how they honor the mother of their children, or how they don't. So he's going into, like, how this will long-term affect the family. Because as an outsider, it is pretty crazy that this happened. It's a viral moment. It's everywhere. Behind that is, like he mentioned, a woman who in her mind, we will think this way. I don't know what their marriage was like behind closed doors. I know that no matter what, this Andy Byron doing what he did is really fucked up.
Yeah.
A woman who cannot escape the fact that her life as she knew it is now over. And then you add the element of, public scrutiny, people laughing.
Like making a joke of it.
Right, and they're making a joke out of Andy and this woman.
Yeah, but every time, like, the family is seeing this joke, and it's like...
Like, my whole family is ruined.
Yeah. Well, the wife on Facebook, she, like, already changed her name back to her maiden name.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of stuff.
And no one knows the status of the woman. I think her name's Kristen something.
She's married.
She is married?
She's married with a family as well, I'm pretty sure.
Well, Astronomer did an internal investigation, and Andy Byron had resigned at the time. But as of today, we record the podcast on Monday, so July 21st, I'm a mom who wakes up at 6:45 and watches KTLA that then moves into the Today Show. He was brought back on as of today. Like, he's back into his position.
Really? Mm-hmm. So obviously it didn't affect it that much?
Well, I mean, when someone says we're conducting an internal investigation, I always wonder what that means. Like, do they go and talk to people and they figure out the intent? Do they go to the wife?
Well,
do they,
people were
I don't
saying
understand what that means.
He was like the CEO or whatever, and she was like the HR.
I don't see how you keep one and not the other.
Yeah,
That's not a good look either. You keep the guy and let go of the woman. I don't love that at all. They either both stay or they're both let go.
I think both will be let go. But
no, they reinstated his position
but
today.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think she works for that company. So it's like there's no...
She's an employee of the same company. Yes.
Then I have no idea. See, then...
Wow, someone's TikTok is only filled with Love Island shit now that he's doing Happy Detours with Calvin Cobb.
Thank God that's over. Fudge. You're welcome, Lisa.
It reminded me, though, because I was thinking, like, the soon-to-be ex-wife is going to be livid, right? Like, she's going toes. You're going to fucking pay me my money and try to, like, make this as right as you possibly can, given the circumstances. And I started over the weekend watching Your Friends and Neighbors. Am I saying it right?
Yeah,
or is
John
it Your
Hamm.
Neighbors and Friends? I think it's Your Friends and Neighbors, right?
Whatever
It's one or the other.
It's John
Hamm, Amanda Peet, Olivia Munn. It is
Apple TV.
Apple TV. It is so good. It came out. I'm always a little bit behind the hype. People get really excited about something, and I'm like,
I
once
hear
it dies
the hype
down.
once it's like season 2 or 3 when people are like, you guys have to start. And then it's like, okay,
Same.
now I'll binge the first 2 seasons and catch up. But like, I'm not the type of person who will see it and be like, oh, a season 1? Let me give it a shot.
Yeah, that's how I am too.
Yeah,
like
Landon,
I just discovered Righteous Gemstones, and it was on. I just finished the finale episode last night.
Yeah, I'm on season 2.
Yeah,
we need to watch more. But Landon, that man he binges TV shows.
Yeah.
Like during the day, like I'll just like when he lived at the house, I know he's still doing it in New York though. Like I'd come in at like noon and he'd be on the computer, doing his work, but show. And then after work, he'd be like, yeah, I got to like season 5. We got to start it. It's like, nah.
I'm very specific on the time of day that I watch certain shows.
Oh,
Very specific. If I walk in the house and it's like noon and someone's put on Seinfeld as background noise, no.
Really?
Absolutely not. The only background noise that can be playing is either a news channel, no sports either, that's nighttime too, a news channel, or obviously Housewives. OG.
That's funny. I'd never thought of it. But like I love watching like ESPN or sports in the morning. Because it recaps the night and all of that. But when it comes like 11 o'clock, I have to turn it off, and I can't go back to ESPN or anything like that until like 4:30 when a game's about to come on.
Right.
Because I'm like, if I'm watching it during the day, it throws me off.
Yeah, I get that. So the reason, because I'm almost done with the John Hamm show, Your Friends and Neighbors, and I was watching episode 2 in Palm Springs, and it was kind of at the same time as the Coldplay thing happened with Andy Byron. And there was a line in this show where Olivia Munn is going through a divorce. I think you know what I'm going to say. She's going through a divorce with this. He's not appealing to the eye, this guy.
To your eye.
His name's Paul. To my eye. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, always. And I can say that, We all know my little track record.
I think you just like shitty souled dudes.
Okay. Aw. You're saying it because most of them haven't been beautiful on the inside.
Yeah.
All right.
And how funny, though, back to your first one.
Yeah.
That I liked.
Who comes out
Wife and kids. He was actually a good one.
He was a great one. And who comes out 6'4" as a twin? And you're both 6'4" and both way hot.
No,
right?
They were really good looking dudes.
I know.
And not only that, their mom and dad were so dope.
I know. It was all just very fun. Anyway, back to the show.
What show?
John, Your Neighbors and Friends, or Your Friends and Neighbors. So they're having a guys' night, and Paul Paul, who plays Olivia Munn's soon-to-be ex-husband, Paul has cheated on her with this young 20-something-year-old. And Jon Hamm's sitting there watching Paul talk to the boys about how Olivia's trying to take him to the cleaners, whatever. Jon Hamm's a little drunky. And he says, "Give it a rest, Paul." And he's like, "What? She's trying to drain me. She's trying to drain me, Coop." And he goes, "She's the mother of your kids." But before he says this very profound and very true statement, he says, and this isn't verbatim, but she basically fucked your fat ass and tiny dick for years. She deserves a piece. And I sat there and was like, that line was written by a woman. You've worked in a writer's room, right? Because when I told you that I think a woman wrote this, you were like, but it's a writer's room with multiple people. Like, how does it work?
Okay, so 100% a woman wrote that line, and
This is what I give it.
No, it is perfect.
Chef's kiss.
But not only that. So what happens is like postcard, a blank wall, huge blank wall, and like giant.
Well, like a whiteboard?
Pretty much.
Okay.
But we use like tape and like because you want to be able to rip off and misplace and do a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
So when we walked in, it literally is you have like a script. Obviously, it gets picked up to be in a writer's room. So you have a layout of where you're going. You got a blueprint. You have your first episode.
Oh, got it.
So you put on Ep 2, and then how it'll start, like literally bullet points of where you're going with it. We're at the beach with this, and this. Okay, so these people are going to be here. What is this scene? And you structure it as like scenes and bullet points with just where it is and who's involved. From there, the writers will kind of like be in contact of like, okay, I'm taking the first 3. You'll take these 3.
Okay.
And so all the writers get like a bullet point of it. So a woman will get, this piece, this piece. The guy will take this piece, this piece. But at the end of it, like we all are just silent and you just hear keyboards.
Oh my God. What
Somebody
a creative
gets up.
space.
Oh yeah. No, and it's great. And like, like that's the other thing is like somebody's writing and he's like, hold on, what if on this scene this and this, I just had this idea, and then everybody kind of sits back and you're like, okay, let's sit back and get to the wall. If we go this way, let's put this piece down here now and this bullet point up here and have these scenes kind of flip because now it'll make more sense. And then they just keep writing. And then like, at 4 o'clock or even at 2, sometimes we're like, hey, let's just email or be on a phone call if we need anything, but let's just go home and write. Go home and write.
Yeah.
You get back the next day. You have like your print offs. You're all reading through them, and you see how that 2 planned out. And then you go on to 3, and then once 3 hits, you can go back to 2 and see if it does. You'll go back and make renotes. But it gets like it's wild, and it's difficult.
It sounds writing to me when you have a show that is so perfectly written. I sometimes wonder, like, the number one, how many years it took to really conquer the art of knowing how to write. And it's such a skill that I can tell you my ideas and how I see something, but to hone in and put it in writing, and then these people who can take something that happened season 1 and be able to tie it in such an intricate way into season 4. I'm like, how the fuck did you even remember that?
Yeah. No, it's
a talent that I would never possess.
You think that? You really do think that. Let me put it this way. It really is incredible when you walk into the room. Every day I'd walk in and just the feeling of like, I feel so creative just around these people.
Right.
Because, and that's the other thing with these people, and I felt like you feel so free. There's nothing that you can actually say that it is a stupid question or anything. So you can just throw shit at the wall, and people are all doing the same, because because creativity comes from anywhere.
Yeah.
So you're not afraid to like, is that a good idea? You're just saying it.
Yeah.
So you feel
because what you say, someone else could pick up on and be like, I love this. This reminds me. What if we did this? Yeah. Oh my God, I want to be in a writer's room right now.
And that was the thing. I was an assistant to the writer's room, but they were amazing and like what we were writing on, it didn't get picked up, and I really am sad for everybody else that it didn't because it was an amazing show.
Yeah.
And
it's been talked about publicly. It was the show that was going to.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was going to be called Pump.
Yeah.
And Michael Koneve.
Okay.
And I hope I'm saying that correct. He was the one who wrote it, got it picked up, but Michael Koneve.
And it was with Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
And it was his life.
Like in the early days of the bodybuilding, right?
Yeah, it was at Muscle Beach.
Yeah.
Like him not even famous, him literally working out and like just with this guy and just putting him in like positions that got him famous.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it was an amazing show.
I think about that often, how many shows are pitched on a regular basis, and I'm not trying to be a bitch, but there are so many shows that I see on streaming services or network television, and because I know the details and how long it takes to get a show developed, and then if it's good enough to have someone invest money to make a pilot, and then you go into the process of pitching it, and then it gets turned down or gets picked up. But I look at these shows and I'm like, I know what this show went through to get it where it is. How did it make it onto this TV right now?
It is
so bad.
Back to Seinfeld when they're making the show about nothing. And he falls in love with Elaine, so he's like, I'll put the show on.
And then he goes ghost because Elaine
but like you never know of like who knows who to get that show where it is.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it could suck, but like the guy could be like, yeah, the pilot is right here, and I think it's got a great thing. He's like, I like you. I'll put it on.
Right.
You never know the insides.
No, you don't. But it is wild how many shows out there are like, there's garbage. How did this get to this point?
Season 1 and they're like, we didn't get picked up. It's like, I don't even know how you got the first.
I don't know how you got the first green light.
It's just garbage.
Let alone why you think that you would be getting a second for season 2. I could barely get through the first episode.
And that is trash cannot.
But you guys, I saw a meme the other day. This meme is so fucking funny. I don't know why my algorithm took me into this K-hole.
Can I hold on?
Fabulous fucking memes.
I have to write the structure of it too. Law loves to just come over to my house, to the back house, to get away from, number one, the Jeej.
That's completely untrue.
All right,
it's
kids.
just a change of environment.
No, yeah. Like, she puts the kids down, she comes over, and, like, we just kind of, like, BS talk. Last night, when I tell you, I was almost like, are you going to go home and go to bed? She was at my house for 30 minutes. Just the one thing that I was thinking of, too, I was like, what's funny is how, like, you are Gigi right now. Just smiling, looking at your phone. Full blast, just listening, and I'm like, she's fucking Gigi right now.
I was so Gigi,
and just smiling. You have to laugh.
No, there were some that were so funny. I could not, and I loved it because it wasn't like posted 11 weeks ago. It was like 12 hours ago. I'm like, I'm so in the know. I'm hitting the like button in real time. Like
now they'll start giving you the real stuff.
Yes. Really? They'll give me new shit?
I don't know. I'm hoping.
I hope so too. Everything I see.
It would make sense.
So it's this meme and it says, fuck. And right when I'm put on the spot, I don't remember it. Please tell me that I saved it.
You've been telling me.
I told you literally as we were walking in. Yeah. How did I forget already?
When we were walking in, when we got into the car.
Please say I saved it. Please say I saved it. How did I not save it? How did I not? This makes me so bummed out. Okay,
I really missed you guys when you were in Palm Springs, though.
You guys.
All right, moving on.
It says.
She didn't miss me, I guess. Moving on.
Even though you're a trash human, it doesn't mean you can't do great things. It's called garbage can, not garbage cannot. It was so genius. I don't know.
And you can put trash in front of it too. Trash can.
You put whatever you want.
Trash cannot.
Trash, either way, it works. And then there was a really sweet one that said, "This is why dogs are happier." And it's a picture of a dog and a man sitting together.
No, you have to.
And it's bubbles of what they're thinking. I'll send this to you guys. It's so fucking cute. The man's thinking about a big house and a Lamborghini, and the dog is just picturing exactly what they're doing in the moment.
He's just thinking about the moment.
It's freaking adorable. No, I had a heyday. So speaking of being the Gigi, you guys, last night, my house is like an echo chamber, right? Totally fine, like very open floor plan. You could be in the media room and feel like you're swimming in the pool. Like it's just very open. Great, but a little hard when you're trying to go to bed. So my mom does this thing where like she'll sit in her room and play Instagram videos on full blast, but it'll be like 10 o'clock at night. And she knows, I've told her, you cannot do that after a certain point because it takes a lot for my mind to kind of shut down. Like I don't look at emails. I get off social media. I have my routine. And if you throw me off of it, I'm not going to sleep well. So she's full blast on these Instagram videos. Finally, we're pushing into the 11 o'clock hour. I walked downstairs. I was like, bro, you got to fucking turn it down. Like, I can't listen anymore. And she looks at me with 2 pairs of glasses and goes, I'm going to turn it down, but I'm in a K-hole right now. She goes, you need to check your Instagram. So I check it this morning when I wake up. She has sent me, you guys. Yes, I'm still scrolling. Oh, my God.
She sent me like 9.
She has sent me 1, 2. Okay, let me tell you. The first one is about dead man's life savings dropped from helicopter to honor his final wish. The next one is meltdowns on a plane. This is your captain speaking. Another one is exposed. I don't know what they're exposing. It's a make sure your food is fresh. That's the next one. Another one is this is unbelievable. They hired a nanny. She stopped working and started squatting. I'm just reading what the little images look like. Son of astronomer CEO speaks out for first time. That's interesting. I'll watch that one. Honeybee venom killed 100% of breast cancer cells in less than 1 hour. That's another one she sent me.
We're getting very different ones because
She sent you different ones?
Texas officials say a dad raped his 17-year-old daughter, who then became pregnant with his child.
I got that one too. That was I couldn't open that one quite yet.
I didn't. It just says it. And then Montana man arrested after his best-selling jerky is found to be made of human meat.
Oh my God. Okay, so those are the ones she sent to you.
Yeah,
she
look
sent
at this
me,
guy.
Well, I wouldn't eat his meat anyway.
Got him. It'll double on.
I don't love that. The next one is memes with Andy Byron and that woman. Next one, Matthew McConaughey once said, never refriend someone that has tried to destroy your character, money, or relationship. A snake only sheds its skin to become a bigger snake. Okay. Florida prediction. Fuck. What your thumb says about your brain.
And
the final one to make me feel better, I have a feeling. It says, a woman with no friends or a small circle is one of the most secure women you'll ever meet. Thanks, Mom. I don't know why you would send me that, bitch. That's how many fucking Instagram stories she sent me last night. And by the way, they started at 7:19, bro. She was scrolling for a hot minute. I said, enough is enough. What are you watching? Can we move on to some news?
Yeah, I mean, Lisa,
that was the recap of my day.
Another one.
Okay, well, I don't want to sit here while you listen to it.
Pre-predictions.
Of the weather in Florida?
Yeah.
I know.
Do we believe that?
I haven't watched it yet because I was already in full panic. So you guys, before we move into the news, this is the first piece of news that I want to share that I watched on the Today Show. So Ocean, the other day, we were all, I don't want to say ignoring her, but she wanted to watch a show and we were all busy. So she just like turned it on by herself. And on pops the Jaws 50th anniversary. So it's basically a documentary on Netflix, or maybe it's on Disney, about how Jaws was made. And all of the sudden, she is obsessed with Jaws. I kid you not, you guys. She makes me turn Jaws on every single night. And finally, I was like, I cannot watch Jaws again. So I introduced her to like the National Geographic portion of Disney Plus.
Shark Files.
Loves Shark Files. Loves all of these like people swimming with sharks. She started watching Shark Attacks.
Yeah,
that she's really into.
Easton, he got bit by a shark.
He bled and died. I'm like, I don't know if I should be showing this to you, but it's
but
all
then
good.
Again, I do not want you in the water, so let's scare you.
So I learned today. Listen to me. So this surf instructor is in the water in Miami teaching a lesson. A shark comes up, grabs him by the foot. He said it just felt like tugging and then it felt hot, which was the teeth going into my foot, right? He ends up getting the shark off of him before it severs his Achilles.
Oh, gosh.
But I learned, by the way, Miami, shark capital of the world, the coast, right? I feel like we've been hearing about so many shark attacks, but if this will put your mind at ease, I'm going to share this. There have only been, so far this year, 8 shark attacks. There's been less sightings this year than last. And also last year, again, 8 this year, 36 last year, most of them happening in Florida. So they were saying, we know that everyone's afraid of the water right now because it seems like these are becoming more common. But if it does make you feel any better, they've actually gone down. So I looked up why. One of the reasonings is in certain parts of the world, there was a guy who went all the way to South Africa to swim with a great white, and he never saw one. And the woman who works in South Africa following sharks, so there's 2 reasons. Depending on the path where the sharks go to hunt, there are a lot of boats who killed these sharks because it's a delicacy
or even just cut off their fins and
they're used for fin soup.
Yeah.
The other massive reason is orcapods are now very selective when hunting, and they specifically are hunting
sharks.
Yes. And great whites. And they know, like, they're so precise on what they carve out. So orcas are, like, another reason why you're not going to be seeing as many sharks. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but I kind of like that.
I know. I showed Ocean my orca tattoo when we heard that. I was like, Ocean, I love orcas. You know how I call it the pod? That's why. That's an orca pod. That's an orca pod killing that shark right now. We have a heyday. What else has happened in the news? Jax Taylor is not returning for season 3 of The Valley to focus on recovery.
Good for him.
I agree with you. And I just feel like it's a very delicate situation to be in. Because on the one hand, Brittany is my nearest and dearest friend. She's one of my best friends. Like, we see each other, right? And I kind of am just following her lead on how she wants me to handle this situation. And no matter what anybody thinks from the outside, recovery is like the most important thing, right? And I'm the only one a part of this friend group, besides Jax now, but the only one who's in recovery. Mm-hmm. So I see things not diminishing what he did to Brittany, but I see that aspect of things. So the fact that he's saying he's taking a beat on focusing on his mental health and his recovery, like no matter how any of us view him, we can still stay true to viewing him that way. But with this specific thing of saying I'm taking a step back to focus on recovery and mental health, I think that is a very smart move. And I think anybody who has half a brain can get behind that statement.
You know, when you're trying to get sober, you're trying to get away from everything that you kind of did. You don't want to believe how, I mean, speaking only for myself, like I didn't want to believe all the shitty things that I did and things like that. And when you're on a show like that and you're trying everything that you can do, like trying to become better, and people are just like rehashing all of that, it's like it really can fuck with you. And so for him to just like take a beat and to worry about that and to silence the outside noise, you know, I have a feeling that things, you know, another show or even season 4 could appear for him. But if he were to take this year, I think a lot of people are going to see a whole new Jax, you know?
Yeah, and I don't want anything that we just said to diminish what Brittany has gone through.
No,
like,
Brittany, and that's the other thing. That's, you know, speaking out of hand maybe, but like for Jax, he knows what he did to Brittany.
Well, I don't entirely know if that's true or not.
Well, maybe, and that's...
Here's the thing. It's going to take more than just a couple months of sobriety to acknowledge...
It will, but it being sober for those couple of months and being like, okay, I'm getting better. I am doing those things. I'm not that human, or I'm trying to get away from that human, but people are just rehashing it. It's like, I'm trying, but obviously am I not doing well enough? You know, it's just like... You're trying to make other people happy when you just need to focus on yourself in that day. And if you stay sober that day, great. They'll string together 365 sober days, and hard for me. I'm not saying that I even can do it, but I found out in that, you know, my sobriety that like the difference that I felt because I'm not getting whiplash from God knows how many people.
Right.
But if, you know... Like, I was getting a lot of love, and if you're not, I can see where that can turn you very sour and make you not worry about your sobriety.
No.
You know? But no, I'm not saying...
Especially when you feel like you'll never be able to live down your actions that were put out there on camera.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Maybe you got to just don't live them down. Just come to the fact that that's just what you did, and you got to live with that. And you know,
I think that's easier said than done.
It is, but
because you move on and then you see one comment and realize everyone else hasn't moved on. Even if most people have, you fixate on the negative. But Brittany, through all of this, Brittany's the victim in this. And even the internet, she has said, has been pretty hard on her. And I think that's completely unfair. It's very easy to throw stones from afar. And every single person lives in a glass house. If we were to put cameras on anybody's life and you lived authentically, we could all find... some things
faults.
A lot of faults, things that you maybe could be doing differently. And we also come from our own experiences, traumas, and perspective, which is a real bitch as well.
And that's a fault may not be a fault to you, that it's a fault to me. So how am I to judge you or you to judge me?
No, it's a lot. Just being a person is a lot. And I think Brittany has handled everything beautifully. She's stepped up, taking care of her son. No one hustles harder than Brittany Cartwright. And I do see a version at some point of them being able to co-parent in a very healthy way. I think if he puts his head down, focuses on the work, you know, a year goes by so quickly. If you just say, like, I'm dedicating this year to myself. You know, I think about how hard it was for me, you know, leaving TV and me saying, like, I want to hunker down. I want to fall off the map, and I just don't want people to look at me, notice me, talk about me. And I'm like, I just need a year. And here we are in talks about, you know, re-entering the world beyond just this podcast, and I'm having a full panic attack. Like, I'm not ready. I still... You know, and it's been a couple years, and I'm like, no, it's already, the time's done. I'm not done. I'm not done. Yeah. I need a whole nother year to just kind of like
chill out. I need a year to like.
I need just a year to process, and then a year to come to terms, and then a year to enter my life. So I need a solid 3 years off,
and then a year to prepare,
and then a year to prepare. That's 4 years. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Just barely
being
entering
prepared.
The world. Feeling prepared. The next 5 years, I picture myself pretty prepared.
I'm going to just start saying, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Prepared.
No, I like
for
I
what?
like
Whatever's
pretty prepared.
Just
I'm going to be pretty prepared then. Yeah. This is kind of I was hoping to go off on a high note, but Erica Jane's estranged hubby, Tom Girardi, reports to prison to begin his 7-year sentence for embezzling millions of dollars. He was also ordered to pay $2.3 million in restitution. He's 86, man.
He's dying in the clink.
Oh, no. How cold-hearted.
Well, he stole a lot of money, right?
He stole a lot of money. So,
Cold heart. How many of those poor bastards are dead that he stole their money because they had no medical money now because this Girardi.
Easton's getting a little too comfortable on the mic. I think we should wrap it up. You guys,
Bye.
thank you for thank you for listening to another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast, the episode where we just tangented away. Love a tangent podcast. Thanks for being my ears. We'll catch you guys on. You were gonna what? Say something inappropriate?
No, I said I was here.
Oh. We'll catch you guys on Monday for the bonus
hell?
episode and again next Wednesday. Love y'all. Bye. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Did I get all 3? I'm getting really good at that.